Hello everyone, Noto Addiction speaking here, and in today's video we're going to discuss woman is terrified for her future after a gambling addiction relapse. If you're new here, already been here, go ahead and click that like button, go ahead and comment, go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic. So I came across this story which is really sad and touching, and it really shows what the effects of gambling addiction and the clutches that it has on people. So I'm going to go in and play these clips, and I'm going to go ahead and make interjections to this, and we're going to come back.
So ignore the state of me, but I've just had a breakdown. I don't even know how I've got myself from home to work, but I'm here now. It's 2 hours late, which is obviously unacceptable. I'm just thankful that I found the strength to come in, because, you know, in times like this, I've stayed at home and I normally just don't go to work for a week, and that doesn't make anything better.
I already know how that feels. Trust me, I know how that feels. I definitely know how that feels when you done lost your money and you feel terrible about this. Even though, you know, you guys, we know this is about gambling addiction. So even though she hasn't mentioned it yet, but I know how that feels, not to want to have to go to work because you just like so beat and distraught about it.
But you can probably guess why I'm upset, why I'm like this, and basically I relapsed again. Like the other week, some people were saying to me it was just a lapse, which I wouldn't really class it as a lapse, because it was hell of a lot of money then, and now pretty much I've gambled all my money away. I've got a bit left. I do get paid tomorrow, but this doesn't make it any better. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm not upset because I haven't got any money left, because I know that's what people are going to think. I'm upset because I'm scared. I'm scared because I don't know what else I can do. I'm obviously wanting to stop gambling. I'm not somebody who's just doing nothing and expecting different results. You know, I've been trying different things all the time, and just when I think I've got the perfect recipe to stop me gambling, I figure out another way to gamble, and it's not even something I think about when I'm not wanting to gamble, if that makes sense. And
This just really shows you about the clutches that the gambling addiction can have on you. This is a perfect example of that. Absolute perfect example of that. And to be honest, is why I said before that it's an everyday battle. It's a light that always goes really, it dwindles. It's like a candlelight, but it dwindles, but it never really completely goes out. It'd be like a little spark and a little piece of smoke. It's always there because it's always looming, because it's a part of dopamine. It's just like I said with if anybody that was ever addicted to any substances, it's always going to be that itch to get it, but it might go way down to the point where it's about the size of a grain of salt. But just because it's as small as a grain of salt doesn't mean it's not there. It never really disappears. That's why I say this is like an everyday battle, but it gets better over time, but it's always looming. It's always just waiting around you. And then she was like, she done so much to try to do it. She's tried to help people. She's help people to stop gambling addiction, but you gotta understand, sometimes you just can't even help yourself sometimes. And that's what me, when I had my lapses, when I started doing it, when I started my first quitting cycle, I would say it like that, my first quitting cycle, because with this, you're gonna have to keep quitting until you just can't no more. And unfortunately for a lot of us, a lot of these situations ain't gonna be able to go the way you want it to go unless you first face some type of turmoil or some type of heartbreak with this type of situation. Whenever you get into a position where you're sad, or when you get depressed, or you just feel like you got nowhere else to turn, it seems like we always got that rock bottom mindset. And it's not like an intentional thing, but it's something that you just can't really control. It seems like we have to be beat over the head and reminded of the pain that this addiction puts on us.
I just don't know what to do. I've tried to block the casino, which is obviously like the first thing that you do when you want to stop gambling, and they will not close my account. And I don't know why, because surely, like...
And this is really just so sad. This really is so sad, honestly. Especially when you get to the point where you really trying and they're refusing your offer to want to self-exclude, to want to get away from this. But the saddest part about this whole situation is, even if she does that and blocks the casinos all on the phone, and you put up ad blockers on the computer, it's been integrated in a fashion to the point where everything's surrounded by gambling. Everything is in the ads revenues, everything is in the commercials. Even if you're on YouTube and you don't even want to see nothing about casinos or slots or something, something's going to pop up. So it's like their promotional efforts are just, it's unavoidable.
I've been bombarded with emails over the weekend. Oh, deposit, you'll get free spins, you'll get a bonus, all this. And sometimes I can ignore them, but they were getting to me. And I can't even tell you why I gambled, which is the most frustrating thing, because I wasn't having a bad day yesterday. In fact, as far as Sundays go, I was actually having a really good Sunday, and this is considering all the problems that I've got going on in my relationship, because that has been something that is just not working anymore. And I haven't said on here really, because I don't even want to admit that to myself, because I don't like to let go of things, even if they're not good for me. I still don't like to let go. But yeah, yesterday I got up and I cleaned and I went shopping, and I was able to buy toothpaste and shampoo and conditioner, all these things that, you know, I'm just so happy to be able to buy, because for months and months, years even, I couldn't. And
to be honest about this, guys, and for somebody that's watching this and might be like, oh man, what, you can't buy toothpaste, you can't buy this, or you this, you that, and they always wanted to sit there and make insults. You have no idea the magnitude that this addiction can have on you. Have no idea. That's why I have zero tolerance for any tomfoolery or any negative comments or anything that comes on the site, on this page, because anybody that's trying to say, oh, you gotta keep going till you win, everybody that's on that negative stuff, you're getting blocked. Anybody that come on there with the negativity is getting blocked, because they don't understand the grasp, the prison of an addiction that this is, to the point where you can't even get like cheap necessities that you would need for yourself because you didn't gamble everything away. This is serious. This is definitely serious. This addiction destroys lives. And I refuse to have any slander going on because somebody's battling an addiction that's made to be preyed upon, people that have actually unalived themselves in the process of doing these types of things, feeling this type of way right here.
It was just that one thought that I gave into, and I'm sat here and I'm thinking, why wasn't I fucking strong enough to say no? Like, all I needed to do was say, no, I'm not gonna gamble. Like, that's not a good idea, but I didn't. And I can't even tell you why. Like, normally I kind of have some kind of idea, or at least I think I do. You know, sometimes it can be because an expensive occasion's coming up and I want, like, Christmas, and I want to buy more gifts and all things like that, but it wasn't that, because I've done all that. You know, my MOT's coming up on my daughter's birthday, but if I hadn't gambled, I would have been able to do that with no problem. So the money wasn't even a factor, like wanting more money. And, you know, when I got on there, I built up a balance. So if it had been like, you know, I would have taken it. Well, I wouldn't have, because I'm an addict, but, you know. But it's just frightening me. I just don't know. I just don't know what to do anymore. I can't live like this. And, you know, my mum, I had to tell my mum this morning, because how can I can't lie anymore. Like, I just do not have the fucking energy to sit there and, you know, and tell people shit and try and make excuses. I don't. That's one thing. I cannot lie. But now I'm faced head on with this guilt and embarrassment, because it is embarrassing. People don't understand it. They say, you know, why are you doing that? Why would you be so stupid? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't have any answers other than that I wanted to gamble and I did.
That's the craziest part about it. That's why people don't want to open up about this. That's exactly why people don't want to open up about this, because they're going to be faced with criticism and ridicule just because they're being preyed upon by this addiction right here, because they're struggling with an addiction. Nobody goes and say, oh, why you keep doing this substance, why you keep doing that, why you keep smoking, why you keep doing all that. And you know, they don't really get on them as hard as somebody for a gambling addiction. But to be honest, this addiction is extremely powerful, and it should be taken seriously. But nobody wants to open up. That's why people go in seclusion. That's why people segregate themselves from society and from other people and stay away from the family members. You wonder why you ain't seeing this person here and there, and then that segregation can lead to deep depression. And when you by yourself, who knows what can happen? You got nobody to turn to. You got nobody putting nothing good in your head. You got nobody telling you, giving you any good advice, just making jokes about something that you feel terrible about and make you feel even worse in the process. Make you feel like, dang, I don't even want to live anymore. You're already feeling like that, but you need some uplifting advice, but all you getting is jokes, ridicule, criticism. Ain't nobody trying to offer any type of help. Ain't nobody trying to offer any type of solace or any type of advice, any type of comfort, companionship, nothing. It's always this jokes. Oh, why you doing this? Why you doing that? Oh, you crazy? You this? And just want to laugh it off and wonder why people don't want to be here no more. Wonder why people don't see any reason to live no more. They done lost everything in their life that they felt like was deemed worthy for their life, for livelihood, to be able to live. Probably lost their apartment, probably homeless now, probably got nothing else. But people want to make jokes because they feel like, oh, it's something that is easy to control. If it was easy to control, they wouldn't be in that situation. The fear of facing people would be one of the main causes of a lot of people not unaliving themselves, because they feel like they got nowhere else to turn. The thought process of somebody that's willing to commit that, feel like they got nowhere else to turn, they got nothing else to live for. If they had loved ones that was really caring for them, it's even harder with them saying that it's hard to stop them from doing it even when they got that. So especially think of people that don't care about you. Think of people that just ridicule you. What if you turn to her mom and her mom just sit there and tell you, why you stupid girl, you this, you that, and start calling her names? Where would she want to turn then? You see what I mean? People can have kids and stuff like that, but still don't feel no reason to live on, because they feel that terrible about how this gambling addiction is having an effect on them. It's taking over their life. It's not even just about the money anymore. She says she don't even know why she gambling no more. You don't even know why. You be like, oh, I don't need this, I don't need that. I don't need the gifts for Christmas. She said she already took care of that. She don't even know why. Stopped for a long time, but she don't even know why. You see what I mean? It's always other reasons, other underlying reasons, but sometimes it be because the void that isn't filled, or you're going around this constant temptation. There's multiple things. That's why I tell you the addiction never really goes away. It just dwindles. But it doesn't make it any better if you don't feel like, and you have a hard time like this, and you got nowhere to turn, nobody to talk to. That's messed up right there. That's what causes a lot of these problems. Got nobody to turn to, got nobody to talk to, got nobody to take any advice from. Nobody that's not going to make fun of them. Nobody that's going to sit there and try to rub it in their face and throw salt in the wound.
But it was so much more than that. So much more than that, because I know it's stupid. And when I was on there, I wasn't enjoying myself. I was shaking. My heart was racing. I was absolutely sweating, like my back was stuck to my bed. I was so hot. I was thirsty, and I didn't move for 3 hours until every penny was gone. I would not move. Even at one point, my daughter said to me, get off your phone, and it's embarrassing. It's more than embarrassing. It's so fucking wrong. In fact, the main reason I've come to work is because my daughter's not at school today, and I just feel like if I'm at home, like, I'm just better here. Like, she's better with her nan and her auntie, because I just can't be. I don't know. I know I'm embarrassing myself, but if this helps one.
That's so sad, man. That is so sad that she didn't even really want to go back to work, because she didn't even want the daughter to be sitting there watching her while she's going through this. She don't want her daughter to see her going through this. But one thing about it is, when the kid is around you, they always are observant of their parents. That's one thing about it. They are always observant of their parents, and they can tell when something's wrong. And the last thing you want to do is just transfer that energy of you being sad to the kid. But the kid can be your comfort as well. But at the same time, you don't want her to see you like that. You feeling like, dang, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. You have no explanation for yourself, let alone to tell the kid anything. So I see why she wanted to separate herself. But that's the case with everybody. That's usually the case with everybody. You don't want nobody to see that. You don't want to have to explain to them why you lost the money. You don't want to have to tell somebody new that you have a gambling addiction that don't understand. You don't want to tell somebody about you being sad because you feel like, okay, I feel stupid. So you got yourself to worry about. You thinking, okay, I don't want to face no ridicule, so I ain't talking to them. You don't want to talk to them because they're going to make fun of you. You don't want to talk to them because you don't want to explain something new. You don't want to talk to the kids because you don't want to feel their sadness towards you. So you tend to draw away. You tend to bury it down. You tend to hide it. It's ridiculous, man. I really hate that because I know exactly how that feels. Not to want to be bothered by nobody. Don't want to hear nothing. Don't want to say nothing. Just want to be by myself. And that's a dangerous place to be in, because when you by yourself, you left to your own devices. And what good is a person that's left to their own devices that don't even have a good mental awareness of how damaged they are mentally at that point in time? Sometimes it take a while for it to hit you. You feeling like, dang, I done lost my stuff. But then it really just comes down on you when you right by yourself and you got nothing to turn to. That's a dangerous place to be in. That's a dangerous place to be in.
If this helps one person think, I ain't gonna gamble, like, please don't fucking do it. Whatever you think your reason is for doing it, if you want more money, like, you're not gonna get it. I wish I'd known that. I do know that. I do know that. That's the thing. Even whilst I was on there, my sister said to me, you're not, like, you're not going to win money. Like, why are you doing this? And I didn't listen. It's like, I won't listen to anybody else. If I want to do it, I'm doing it. And nobody or nothing could stop me. There could probably be a fire going off in my house. If I'm gambling, I ain't gonna get up. Like, that's how much I'm in this trap. And all I can say to you guys is that I am absolutely terrified for my future and my life with having this addiction, because I can't see how I'm ever gonna be able to get rid of it.
Showcasing the power of the gambling addiction once again. She said even if the house was on fire, she wouldn't even want to walk out if she was still gambling. I know that could be a bit far-fetched. Like, people, oh, she gonna get up and all that, but just trying to be extra. Just trying to be extra with the situation. She's really making an example to show you the magnitude of it. She don't want to hear nothing when somebody's trying to tell her to stop when she's in that mode. And I know how it was when I was in that mode. When I'm playing, I'm winning. My mom was trying to tell me to stop playing and leave it alone. I'm already up. And I kept playing and playing. So no, I can win some more money. And then I wasn't satisfied until I lost every last dime. And then I get mad and then start taking it out on everybody around me because I was mad at myself. And then you don't think about the mistakes until after you committed them with the gambling addiction. Especially when you relapse and you done good. It can do more damage to you, to your morale. It can make you feel like, oh, dang, I done did all this, and now I got to start all over again. And that's not really what it is. It dwindles, but you just have to do the same steps to get away from it and find out what it was, and just to fill that void. And a lot of this comes from not being able to fill that void. Boredom, needing to have something to do, keeping busy, something else that'll be fun for you to the point where you don't even need it. But she don't even know why she did it. But there's always an underlying reason. And we can't even explain it to ourselves. And it's been times, I have a long time since I gambled. I don't really count the days because I don't want to sit there and keep on, taking too much log and all that of day by day. Just know it's been a long time. And those are days of winning. That's a time period of winning. So even if you do relapse, don't feel bad about, oh, I relapsed in here and I don't feel too good about myself. Oh, I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of that. I lost my money. I'm doing it. See, you usually don't hit it. Even if you relapse and you start winning, you ain't going to feel the relapse right then and there because you're going to feel like you up. Okay, like, yeah, we good. But then when you get hit rock bottom again, that's when it's going to hit you again. Or sometimes you hit it and you win and you feel the guilt of saying, dang, I need to stop. But I know what the big win dopamine rush can get you to. So if you like that aware of it, you're going to be like, dang, I won this money, but I need to get out of here. This ain't good for me. That usually don't register until you get beat over the head with this. You see what I mean? So I just wanted to shed a little light and share this young lady's story about this, because it was very powerful to me. It was very sad to me. honestly, it just showcases what people really be feeling like. And if any of this resonated with any of you guys, if any of you were struggling with this, understand that it just ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Everybody be like, it'd be people like, you're a quitter and quitters never win and all this other stuff. But how much is it going to take? How many people got to go down the rabbit hole? How many people got to be unalived? How many people got to go down in the chute for one person to win? Millions? Like, these companies are winning off of the backs of people that are working hard. They're winning off of their hard labor. Much minimum wage labor. Costs are going up. Rent is going up. But the jobs are not giving raises. So juggling all that and a gambling addiction, raising over their head? No. People think they see the shining lights at the end of the tunnel, but it really ain't nothing. Because there's no way a company can keep getting bigger and bigger if they have all these winners. How are they making money? How are they making so much money if everybody's winning? Or they got a whole bunch of people in the loop thinking they're winning. How you think this is billions of dollar industries? Guys, we have to wake up. We have to wake up. This game ain't made for us. It's not made for us at all. But with that being said, it's Noto Addiction coming to another video. You can like, comment, and subscribe, and speak in the comment section. If you want to talk about anything or any stories about yourself, we will discuss things. And remember, guys, a gambler never wins until they quit. I'm out.